Well, good afternoon and welcome to 2017 St. Louis Catholic High School football. Saturday afternoon at John J. Mims Stadium in Sulphur, Louisiana, as the Saints game was postponed due to Hurricane Harvey and moved here to the turf in Sulphur. Beautiful new stadium rebuilt a few years ago. If you haven't been here, it's worth the trip. Seventh consecutive season that the Saints will open their season against the Broncos. Saints lead the series 14-12. And I'm sorry, I said John J. Mims Stadium. That's LaGrange. We're at Matt Walker Stadium in Sulphur. So the teams are at midfield for the coin toss. So the Saints will receive the opening kickoff, and we'll go from left to right. So we'll be right back with the opening kickoff. You're watching St. Louis Catholic High School baseball on the SWLA Sports Network. I've got the wrong field and the wrong. So the Broncos set to kick off. Connor Williams and Jeremiah Caesar back deep to receive for the Saints. They stand at their 10. And here's the kick to open the 2017 season. It's taken by Caesar at the 10. He's at the 20. Cuts it left at the 25. Got room across the 30, 35, 40. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 35-yard return for Jeremiah Caesar, and the Saints will set up in good field position at their own 45-yard line. Saints break the huddle with two wideouts, right, one left. Bailey Hardy in the shotgun. Jaleel Goodwin in the backfield with him. Williams comes in motion. They'll toss it to him underneath, looking for a room to cut up, and he'll lose a couple on the jet sweep. Second and 13. They'll call it a loss of 3. Two receivers right, two receivers left. And a quick pass across the middle. And he's hit immediately just at midfield. That's number 20, Michael Laverne, freshman wide receiver. So number 5, Clay Gaskin checks into the game. backup quarterback, but he'll line up as a wideout in the slot to the right with Caesar and Johnson. And Gaskin goes in motion. And it's a set up the screen underneath, almost intercepted by one of the interior linemen, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Adam Ayub will come on to punt. So here's Ayub to punt. Receiver stands at his own 13-yard line. High spiraling punt. Back to the 5. He'll make the grab there. Goes back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 7-yard line. Great punt by Ayub and good coverage by the Saints. And they'll have the Broncos backed up inside the 10. So 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Broncos have dark colored numbers on black shirts, so it'll be hard for me to pick up the numbers. Handoff inside, and it'll be a gain of about 5. Make it 6 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Broncos. Dustin Jackson appears to be the quarterback for the Broncos, number 8. They do the toss handoff inside. The ball's loose on the ground, and he'll have to fall on it back at the 9-yard line. That'll be a loss of 6 back to the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 3rd down. They mark it at the 9, so it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Broncos. Sorry about the quarterback, looks to be number 12. Is that Kyle Bartley? So 3rd and 9 for the Broncos. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. And a bad snap. The Saints look like they have it. And Joe Perkle jumps on it inside the 5-yard line. Saints will have it 1st and goal at the 4. So 1st and goal for the Saints. Ball at the 4-yard line. Hardy with Goodwin. And he'll give it to Goodwin on the right side. Goodwin pushes forward. He'll get to about the 3. A gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Williams and Caesar go left. Johnson goes right. Goodwin in the backfield with Hardy in the shotgun. There's the snap. Hardy's going to keep it himself, and he's going to reach out for the goal line, and they'll say it's a touchdown. Touchdown Saints. With 8:27 to go in the 1st quarter, Saints capitalize on the turnover and have a 6-0 lead. Adam Ayub will come on for the extra point. Luke Ayub will hold for Adam. Good snap. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 8:27 to go in the first quarter, Saints jump out to a 7-0 lead over the Sam Houston Broncos. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Matt Walker Stadium. St. Louis leads at 7-0 here with 8:27 to go in the first quarter. Ayub set to kick it off. And it'll get into the end zone for the touchback. First and 10 from the 20 for the Broncos. Tailback behind the quarterback, and he'll hand it to him up the middle. And he'll be stacked up. They'll give him forward progress of about 2 yards. Charlie, Como, Logan Lofton all in on the tackle. Lofton and Gabe Johnson in the middle for the Saints. Tossed out, almost brought down the backfield. Now he will be. For a loss back to the 20. First man to him was Seth Bouillon. And then the other Saints were able to catch up and bring him back for the loss. So it's 3rd and 10 now for the Broncos. 3 wideouts, right, 1 left. And they'll look to throw. They throw it underneath. They got a man. He's across the 25, about to the 27 where he's stacked up, short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Broncos. Fourth and 3, and the Broncos will send out the punt team. Connor Williams will be back at his 35 for the return. Almost blocked by Perkle. High spiral. Williams calls for the fair catch, and he'll make it at the 38-yard line. With 6:43 to go in the first quarter, Saints lead at 7-0. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 38. So 1st and 10 for the Saints from the 38. Hardy with Goodwin. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. And flag down. We had movement on the left side of the offensive line. That'll back the Saints up 5. It'll be 1st and 15. Saints break the huddle. Same formation. 2 left, 2 right. Hardy will look to throw. He's got protection. Steps up in the pocket. Looking for room, and he'll just be run out of bounds at the 30 for a loss of 3. So 3 wide receivers right now for the Saints. And Hardy looks to throw. He gets it off to Gaskin at the 35. Gaskin's hit and knocked back to the 33. And it'll be 3rd down, and we'll have our first timeout for the water break. 5:52 to go in the first quarter, and the Saints lead it 7-0. .552 to go in the first quarter. Saints lead it 7-0. 3rd and 15 for the Saints. Hardy will look to throw to his left. Throws down the middle. Got a man in Williams. I'm sorry, that's Caesar, and he can't hold on to it at the 40-yard line of the Broncos. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the Saints will have to punt. Good coverage by the Broncos. Hardy put it right on the mark. And it looked like the defender got a hand on it, and Caesar couldn't come up with it. So 4th down, and Ayub is back to punt. 2 receivers back for the Broncos. Ayub gets it off end over end. They'll let it bounce. It rolls inside the 20 down to about the 15. And it'll be covered up at the 13-yard line. Another good punt for Ayub. And the Saints will have them backed up. It'll be 1st and 10 Broncos at their own 13-yard line. First and 10 for the Broncos from the 13-yard line, man in motion. They'll look to the sideline to get another play. Two receivers right, one left, back in the eye. They'll fake and throw it over the top, and he'll make the catch at the 31-yard line for the Broncos. They'll mark it at the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 Broncos. That was number 1, Kendall Simeon, who made the catch for Sam Houston. So 1st and 10 Broncos from the 30. Throw across to number 8. He's got it and drops it at the 45. He was wide open as the Saints failed to pick him up. A missed coverage by the Saints, and the Broncos aren't able to take advantage. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Broncos look to the sideline for another play. Motion right. He'll look to throw. Once again, he's got a man on the out route at the 35. He turns it up to the 40. He'll get out to about the 42-yard line. Number 85, Noah Jackson, on the reception for the Broncos. So that'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10. Broncos at the 42-yard line. 5:09 to go in the first quarter. Throw across to number 8 once again. He was wide open. Once again, the Saints missed the coverage on him, and he's not able to come up with the catch. That's Dustin Jackson. Saints have missed that coverage twice now. Second and 10 Broncos from the 42. And the Broncos take off, and the ball's not snapped. That'll cost them 5 yards and make it 2nd and 15. Second and 15 now for the Broncos from their own 37-yard line. 2 wide receivers to either side. And a running back in the I formation. They'll look to throw once again. Now he's got to scramble. Saints grab him by the jersey. He's going to fall forward to the 45. A gain of 10, and it'll make it 3rd and 8. Logan Lofton had him by the shirt, was waiting for help. And they were able to bring him down at the 44-yard line. Here's the snap, back to throw once again. Throws across. Had a man. And Seth Bouillon was able to get across and get a hand on the ball and knock it down incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The Saints defense holds with 4:24 to go here in the first quarter. Broncos in punt formation. Williams back at his 22-yard line. Williams signals a fair catch, and he'll take it at the 24. 4:18 to go in the first quarter. Saints lead it 7-0 over the Sam Houston Broncos. First and 10 from the 24. Hardy will give it to Goodwin. Goodwin looking for room. He'll be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 11. Williams and Caesar split out left, Johnson right. And Hardy will throw to Johnson. He's got it at the 50. At the 40, he's going to be dragged down near the 30-yard line. Hardy laid it right up over the head of the defender. Jaden Johnson hauled it in near midfield and was able to get all the way down to the Bronco 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Saints, 3:23 to go in the first quarter. Hardy will give to Goodwin, and nowhere to go for Goodwin once again. Tried the left side this time. They'll mark it as a loss of about 3 back to the 34-yard line. They make it 4 yards. Loss of 4, 2nd down and 14. Second and 14. 2:40 to go in the first. Saints lead it 7-0. Two receivers to either side as Gaskin checks into the game. And Hardy will look to throw. Got a man open. He's got Williams at the 25. Williams reaching out, and he gets across the 20 for the first down. Great second effort by Connor Williams. He was bottled up at about the 22-yard line. Stayed on his feet and was able to get across the 20. And that'll give the Saints a 1st and 10. Ball sitting just inside the 20-yard line. Two wide receivers left, two wide receivers right. And Hardy will keep it this time. And he'll get stacked up. He drops the ball and it bounces right back to him. Lucky break for the Saints. They'll mark him back about 4 yards at the 24. It'll be 2nd and 14. Gaskin checks out. They bring the tight end Cole Ferris back into the game. Caesar and Williams go left. Johnson goes right. Goodwin in the backfield with Hardy. Hardy will give it to Goodwin, and Goodwin will be hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain. They'll mark him back about 6 inches, right at the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 15. Tight end Ferris checks out for the extra wide receiver Gaskin. .52 seconds left in the quarter, clock running. Three wide receivers right, one left for Hardy. And Hardy will roll to his right. He'll stop and he'll throw across the middle. He had Gaskin, threw it a little behind him, and it was tipped and incomplete. That'll be a 4th down. And that should bring on the field goal unit for Ayub. Ayub will attempt a 42-yard field goal from the left hash. Luke Ayub to hold. Ben Neck is the long snapper. Good hold. Kick is up. And it's good. 42-yard field goal for Adam Ayub. And that'll extend the Saints' lead to 10-0 with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Saints lead it 10-0 here over the Sam Houston Broncos. And Adam Ayub set to kick off after the 42-yard field goal. There's the kick, and it's deep into the end zone. In fact, it hits the crossbar. So it'll come out to the 20, where the Broncos will have it 1st and 10 with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. First and 10. Number 8, Dustin Jackson, lines up in the quarterback position. He'll flip it out to his back. He'll get across the 20. Out near first down yardage. He'll step out of bounds. They'll give him the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Broncos. Jackson stays in at quarterback. 1 wide receiver left, 2 right. And he'll look to throw. Throws it deep across the middle. He's got a man near midfield. And it's caught at the 50. That's Jonah Baker for the Broncos. They'll have it 1st and 10 right at midfield with 19 seconds to go here in the first. Back to throw is Jackson. Throwing it deep across to number 2, and he overthrows his man near the 20-yard line. Perkle on the coverage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Second and 10, 3 wide receivers left and 2 right. They throw it out on the out route to number 85, and it's overthrown. That's Noah Jackson. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Broncos. 9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Back to throw is Jackson. He got a man wide open across the middle and overthrows him. Just led him too much, and that'll be 4th down.
Must be by design.
Okay. You still got to put somebody on him. As soon as they realize that, I mean, how did not see that? So 4th and 10, and Baron Simon back to punt for the Broncos. Connor Williams stands just inside his 20 for the Saints. There's the snap. He gets it off. Williams signals a fair catch, and he'll make it just inside the 10. They'll mark it at about the 7. And that'll do it for the first quarter. After 1 quarter play, St. Louis leads the Sam Houston Broncos 10-0. Welcome back to second quarter action. Saints lead at 10-0 over the Sam Houston Broncos. Saints will have it 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right of Bailey Hardy, 1 to the left. Hardy will flip it out quickly to Gaskin. Gaskin's got a little room, gets across the 10, down to about the 15, and he's pushed out of bounds. Crap. Second down and 3 for the Saints. Hardy will give it to Goodwin underneath. Goodwin pushing forward. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. That inside handoff has not worked for the Saints today, as it'll be 3rd and 3. The 3rd and 3. 2 right and 1 left for the Saints. Hardy under center. He's going to keep it himself and push forward. It'll all depend on the spot. And it appears they're going to be a little short. They'll mark it about a yard short. And now they'll take time out. And we're going to get a measurement. Appears to be a little short from our vantage point. You're high above Matt Walker Stadium. 10:23 to go in the half. And that'll bring out the chains, and let's see. Short by the length of the football, and that'll bring up 4th down. Saints will take no chances deep in their territory, and they'll bring on the punting unit. I'm allergic to this. You know why? It's because I'm thinking about not talking. Adam Ayoub back to punt. 2 receivers back for the Broncos, standing at their own 45-yard line. There's the snap. Ayoub gets it off. It'll be a high punt. It'll come down near midfield. Collision at the line. The ball came free. Let's see what they rule it. They're going to mark it down for the Broncos. At the Saints' 38-yard line. So they're going to say it came off a Saint player. And the Broncos will have it at the 38 of the Saints. Good field position. Tough break there for the Saints as they had it covered at midfield. .10:04 to go. Broncos will give up the middle. Oh, quarterback will keep it. He'll be hit near the line of scrimmage. Flag's going to fly. That'll be a face mask as one of the Saints got a hand and grabbed the face mask. .15-yard penalty will mark it down to the 21 of the Saints, where the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Saints up 10-0. Broncos threatening. Flag will fly. The quarterback will keep it up the middle. They'll stop the play. And illegal shift. Illegal procedure against the Broncos. That'll back them up 5 yards. So 1st and 15, just outside the 25-yard line. What was 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Quarterback will keep it, and he's got room inside the 10, inside the 5, and touchdown. Dustin Jackson on the quarterback keeper for the Broncos. Everybody went left, and Jackson kept it right for the touchdown. 9:37 to go. The Broncos get on the board, 10-6. Extra point coming up. Extra point for the Broncos. Snap in the hole. There's the kick, and it's good. 9:37 to go in the first half, and the Broncos get on the board. Saints lead it 10-7. Broncos set to kick off. And it'll go into the end zone for the touchback. 9:37 to go in the halftime. In the half, and the Broncos lead it. The Saints lead it 10-7. First and 10, Saints from the 20. And Hardy will look to throw. Throws it quick across the middle of Caesar. Caesar across the 35, across the 40, down the right sideline, across midfield, cuts it in. Inside the 40, still making moves down to the 35-yard line. 45-yard catch and run by Jeremiah Caesar. It looks like we have a Saint down on the field near the 42. I was unable to get the number of the injured player, but he was off the field quickly. That was number 80. That was Jaden Johnson. So first and 10 Saints. After the 45-yard catch and run by Jeremiah Caesar. Saints have it 1st and 10 from the 35. And now Saints will call a timeout. 9:22 to go in the half. Saints lead it 10-7, and timeout on the field. First and 10 St. Louis from the 35 of the Broncos. And Hardy will look to throw. He's got time. Throws it deep. Trying to find Caesar. One-handed catch by Caesar. Did he come up with it? He did. Great catch with Caesar inside the 5. One-handed. And the Saints will have it 1st and goal from the 2. First and goal from the 2. It's been all Caesar on this drive.
Hail Caesar.
First and goal. Hardy's going to keep it to the right side, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. So with 8:56 to go, Saints score to make it 16-7. Ayub coming on for the extra point. So Jeremiah Caesar with a 45-yard catch and run, and then a 30-yard pass reception. And Bailey Hardy's able to punch it in on the keeper to extend the Saints' lead. Ayub on the kick. Luke Ayub to hold. Benjamin Neck is the snapper. There's the hold and the kick. And it's good. 8:56 to go in the half. And the Saints lead it 17-7. $8:56 to go in the half, and the Saints lead it 17-7. Adam Ayub set to kick off right to left. There's the kick, and it'll go into the end zone for the touchback. First and 10 Broncos from their own 20. Jackson still in at quarterback. Man in motion. They'll fake it to him, give it to the running back on the delay. He'll have room. He'll get out close to first down yardage. They'll mark it just short. It'll be 2nd and 1. Second and 1 for the Broncos. Man in motion. They'll give it to the back. And he'll have room. He'll get out near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 38. First and 10 Broncos. 8:19 to go in the half. First and 10 Broncos from their 38. They'll hand it off once again to the inside and plenty of room. Gain of about 7 on the play. They'll give him 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Run that play 3 times in a row. Saints need to figure out a way to stop it. Three wideouts left, 1 right now for the Broncos. And back to throw is Jackson. He's got a man across the middle, wide open at the 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, and touchdown Broncos. The flag is out. There'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on the receiver.
Check back, he was on the top.
So let's see if the touchdown will stand. College rule is that ball will be marked at the spot of the infraction, and the score wouldn't count. But in high school, the score counts. It'll be marked off on the kickoff. So 7:27 to go. And the Broncos have scored to make it 17-13. Extra point coming up. So extra point coming up. There's the hold and the kick. And it's no good. Missed it wide left. So the extra point is no good with 7:27 to go in the half. It's St. Louis 17 and Broncos 13. The Broncos set to kick off from their own 25 after the unsportsmanlike penalty. Kick will go back to Connor Williams. He'll take it. Good kick. He takes it inside the 10 now. He's out to about the 20. Tries to cut back, and he'll be brought down there. Saints receivers were up at the 20, and a good kick as it goes over Williams' head. He has to retreat back to catch it. He brings it back to the 20-yard line where the Saints will have it 1st and 10 with 7:20 to go in the first half. First and 10 for the Saints. 3 wide receivers, right, 1 left for Bailey Hardy. Hardy back to throw. Quick pass to Johnson. Oh, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage as he caught the ball. They'll give him maybe a half-yard forward progress. It'll be 2nd and 10. Give him a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Saints. 3 receivers to the short side. Williams split out wide to the near side. And he looks to throw to Williams. Williams has a step and just underthrown. And here comes the flag. They'll call. He'll get the pass interference call. So the ball was on the thrown. Williams had to slow down, and the defender ran into the back of him, and that'll be a pass interference call. Saints will get the first down. Ball will be marked at the 36-yard line. Saints will have it 1st and 10 with 6:32 to go in the half. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right this time for the Saints. And Hardy will keep it. He'll get out across the 35, gain of maybe 2 to about the 38-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and a long 8. And the clock will wind down to 6 minutes, and that'll stop the clock for the mandatory water break. 6 minutes to go in the half. Saints lead it 17-13. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Saints lead at 17-13. It'll be a 2nd and 8 for the Saints from the 37-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Goodwin in the backfield with Hardy. And Hardy will look to throw, rolling to his left. And he throws it to Gaskin. Gaskin able to bring it in. Wasn't able to turn it up and steps out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and a long 3. Gaskin had room if he could have put on the brakes and turned it up the field. Would have had the first down. So let's call it 3rd and a long 2 for the Saints. Saints will go 3 wide receivers right and 1 left. Quick pass by Hardy out to the right side. It'll be intercepted. Trying to get it to Johnson. It's intercepted at the 41-yard line. And the Broncos will take over there, 1st and 10 with 5:35 to go in the half. First and 10 Broncos from the Saints 41.
Quick slant.
They'll hand it off to the back. He's hitting the backfield and slips away from Charlie. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and push forward for about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Second and 8 for the Broncos. And quarterback on the delay looking for room. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for about 1 yard, maybe 2. Give him 1. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Broncos. Broncos go no huddle. 4:48 and counting in the half. Saints lead at 17-13. Broncos in Saints territory. Back to throw is Jackson. Throws it over the top. He's got a man open. Catches it at the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone untouched. Touchdown Broncos with 4:31 to go in the half, and they'll go for 2 after missing the extra point on their last touchdown. Broncos will go 2 wide receivers to the right with a back and a wing back in the backfield. Man in motion. And they'll stop the clock. Timeout Saints. Saints will call timeout. They want to take a look at it and reset. 4:31 to go. It's 19-17. Broncos going for the 2-point conversion. Broncos line it up for the 2-point conversion after the Saints timeout. 2 receivers right. Man in motion. Jackson fakes it and runs it right up the middle for the 2-point conversion. The 2-point conversion's good with 4:26 to go in the half. It's Sam Houston 21, St. Louis 17. We'll be right back.
We'll be lucky to get lucky.
There's the kick by the Broncos, and it'll go out of the end zone for the touchback. 4:26 to go in the half. Broncos lead it 21-17 over the Saints. Saints will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Hardy in the shotgun with Goodwin. Williams, Caesar, and Johnson are the split outs, and Hardy's going to throw it underneath. Tries to get it to his tight end, Ferris. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Second down and 10 for the Saints from their own 20. 3:53 to go in the half. Two receivers right, two receivers left. Hardy straight drop back. He'll roll, and now he's in trouble scrambling around. He'll get the pass off. Looking for Williams down the right side, left side. Williams has it at the 50, 40, 30. One man to beat. He cuts it in. 20, 15. He'll be brought down inside the 10. Down, they'll mark it at about the 6-yard line. Hardy scrambling, just had to get rid of it. Threw it up. Connor Williams goes up and gets it, finds room down the left side, and gets it inside the 10. 1st and goal for the Saints from the 6. About going 3 and out and let them score. 1st and goal from the 6. Hardy changes the play. 2 receivers right, 1 left for St. Louis. Hardy looks to throw across the middle. Intended for Williams. We'll get the flag as the defender had Williams wrapped up. That'll be half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3 for the Saints. The official call was holding on the Broncos. That moves it to the 3. It'll be first and goal from the 3-yard line. Three wide receivers right, one left for the Saints. First and goal from the 3. Hardy is going to run it himself. He's got room around the left side, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown Saints with 3:09 to go. The Saints will retake the lead. 23-21, extra point coming up. Ayub on for the extra point. Luke Ayub to hold. Hold is down. The kick is up. And it's good. 3:09 to go in the first half. Saints retake the lead at 24-21. Adam Ayub set to kick off. There's the kick, and it'll be into the end zone for the touchback. Saints lead at 24-21 with 3:09 left to go in the first quarter. .309 to go. First and 10 Broncos from their own 20. Receiver in motion. They'll give to the running back. He's got room, and he gets out near the 30. They'll be marking him just short of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. Clock running at 2:50 to go in the half. Broncos go no huddle. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. He'll throw it out to the left side. It's tipped and incomplete. One of the interior linemen got a hand on it for the Saints. And it's incomplete, 3rd and 1. Clock stops at 2:38 to go in the half. And the Saints will jump off sides. That'll be first down Broncos. Broncos win hard count. And drew the Saints off sides. That'll pick up the first down. 2:38 to go. The good news for the Broncos, no time goes off the clock when that happens. So 2:38, 1st and 10 from the 34. Jackson back to throw. Screen pass underneath. He's got his man out across the 40, 45 near midfield. He'll be pulled down by Perkle right at the 50-yard line. That'll stop the clock as he gets out of bounds with 2:27 to go in the half. St. Broncos will have it 1st and 10 from midfield. Handoff up the middle and running room out near the 40. They'll mark it at the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. Clock running. 2:09 to go in the half.
How do you miss that?
3 receivers left, 1 right for the Broncos. Clock under 2 minutes to go in the half. Throw across the middle. He's got a man at the 30. Down to the 25. Ball comes loose. Saints say they have it. And the officials agree. Saints ball. Broncos were on the move here to end the half, and they turn it over. And the Saints will stop the drive. Matthew Houston came up with the ball, and Saints will have it 1st and 10 from the 23. Broncos were on the move here as the half was winding down, and the Saints come up with the turnover. 2nd turnover for the Broncos. So 1:37 to go in the half, and the Saints will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 23. Three wide receivers left, 1 right. Hardy has time, has a man, and he's got it to Caesar out over the 40-yard line. Saints had 2 receivers open in the area as Gaskin was also open in that area. Caesar goes up and gets it out over the 40 to the 42, 1st down and 10 for the Saints. Saints going no huddle now. And Hardy back to throw once again. Quick pass to, is that Gaskin? No, that's number 6, Drew Blanchard. So Blanchard picks up about 8 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 2. Second and 2 for the Saints. Hardy back to throw, rolls to his right, flips it out to Gaskin this time. Gaskin over midfield into Broncos territory out over the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Saints on the move, 1st and 10, 49 seconds to go in the half. Saints lead at 24-21. 49 seconds to go in the first half. Saints in Broncos territory at the 37-yard line. And Hardy back to throw once again. Pressure comes. He rolls out of it. And Hardy's going to be sacked way back in Broncos territory at the 40-yard line. Loss of about 25 yards as Hardy kept scrambling back, trying to find room. And Hardy will be sacked back at the 41-yard line of the Saints.
Just like nobody blocked.
And the Saints will call a timeout here. 24 seconds to go in the half. Saints have it 2nd and a mile. We'll be right back. 24 seconds to go in the half. It's second and about 35 to go for the first down after the sack. Hardy rolls to his right, throws, and he's got a man at the sideline, but he's just out of bounds. That was intended for Jaden Johnson. And now it's third and long, 18 seconds to go in the half. Third and 34. Two wide receivers left, one right for Hardy. Hardy will give to Goodwin. Goodwin finds some room. He's going to get close to midfield. And that'll bring up a fourth down. Clock is running, 8, 7, 6. They'll just let it run out. And that'll do it for the half. So at the end of one half of play, it's St. Louis 24 and Sam Houston 21. We'll be back with second half action. Welcome back to St. Louis Catholic High School Baseball. Start of the third quarter. Saints lead it 24-21. I did it again. St. Louis Catholic High School football. Ayub will kick it off, and it'll go into the end zone for the touchback. Saints lead it 24-21. Saints took advantage of 2 Broncos turnovers. First and 10 from the 20. Jackson is back in at quarterback for the Broncos. He'll hand it off to the second back. He's got room, and he'll be out across the 30, enough for the first down. Broncos have run that delay quite a bit, and it's worked for them most times. So first and 10 from the 32 for the Broncos. They'll hand it off, and he's got room once again. He's out across the 40, breaks out across midfield, 40, 30, and he'll be run down inside the 20 by number 10, Gabe Meyer. He broke through the line of scrimmage, had nothing but green turf in front of him, and Gabe Meyer was able to run him down. And they'll mark the ball at about the 19. First down and 10 for the Broncos from the Saints 19-yard line. Inside running play working for the Broncos at the end of the first half and here at the beginning of the second half. They'll shuffle it underneath, and the tight end will get down inside the 15-yard line. Meyer, once again, had a hand on him. They'll mark it at the 15-yard line. It'll be second and long 6. Handoff up the middle, and room once again, and in for the touchdown is Brock Dennis. They worked that play all the way down the field, and the Broncos score with 10:56 to go in the first quarter. A 1-4 drive for the Broncos, and they'll take the lead at 27-24 with the extra point coming up. So Dustin Jackson will attempt the extra point. Here's the kick. And it's good. So 10:56 to go in the third quarter. Broncos take a 28-24 lead over the Saints. Ten minutes, 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Broncos scored on a 4-play, 80-yard drive to take a 28-24 lead over the Saints. And Jackson set to kick off. And he'll kick it into the end zone for the touchback. So Saints will take it 1st and 10 from their own 20 here to open the second half. First and 10 Saints from their own 20. 2 wide receivers to either side for Bailey Hardy. He'll give it to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to get to the outside. Tries to cut it up, and he'll go nowhere. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 2nd down and 10. Three wideouts left, 1 right now for St. Louis. And Hardy will look to throw to his left. He throws out. He had Laverne off his fingertips. Laverne is hit. And the ball goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10 for the Saints. They break the huddle. And 2 wide receivers either way. Hardy throws a quick pass underneath to Williams. Williams spins off, and he'll be close to the 1st down. 2nd effort, and he should have the 1st down. Hardy threw the underneath pass to Williams. Williams was able to make a move, stay on his feet, and fight forward for the 1st down. That'll move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 Saints from their own 30. Wide receivers to either side now for Hardy. Hardy, he'll give it to Goodwin. Goodwin bounces it out. He's at the 35, and he'll have close to a 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. They'll mark it right at the 40. He should have the 1st down. They'll move the sticks once again. Best running play of the day for the Saints. First and 10, 9:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Saints have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Williams, Gaskin, and Caesar go to the left. Johnson to the right. Quick pass, and he's got Johnson across the 50 to the 45. And Jaden Johnson will pick up the 1st down. Saints into Bronco territory. First and 10 for the Saints at the Broncos' 44-yard line. Williams wide left, Caesar in the slot with Johnson wide right. Hardy, quick pass across the middle. He's got Caesar. Caesar's across the 35. He loses the ball. And they're going to say it's Broncos' ball. Caesar got hit, just lost the ball, and the Broncos come up with it. They'll recover at their own 34-yard line. And Caesar's a little slow getting up.
He was hanging into it right then.
So first and 10 Broncos from their 34.
Touchdown.
They'll hand it off to the back, looking for room, and he'll be stacked up after a gain of about 2. Give him 3. It'll be second and 7.
It was 55.
Second and 7 for the Broncos. Man in motion. They'll give it to the back. He's got room, and he gets near the 40-yard line, picks up about 3. Had room. Charlie closed the gap pretty quick, was able to get to him. It'll be third and 4 for the Broncos. Third and 4 for the Broncos. Man in motion. Jackson will roll to his right, and he'll throw. He's got a man and throws it incomplete. Jackson had room to run. Could have picked up the first down. Threw it incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th and 4 for the Broncos.
See,
Broncos set to punt. Connor Williams stands at his own 30-yard line. Low, and Williams calls for the fair catch at the 26. Saints will take it over first and 10 from their own 26. 6:49 to go in the first quarter. First and 10 Saints. Hardy gives it to Goodwin. Goodwin's got some room. Out over the 40, 45, and brought down at about the 47. And the Saints are successful once again on a running play. Saints had a hard time running the ball in the first. Had a few good running plays, and we'll have a stoppage in play. We've got a Bronco down. Looks like a cramp, which we talked about before the game. Hot and humid outside. We knew we'd see some of this first game of the season as the game progressed. First and 10 Saints, 6:30 to go in the third quarter. 2 right, 1 left for Hardy. Hardy will give it to Goodwin. Goodwin's going to slip and fall down in the backfield. Loss of about 3. It'll be second down and 13. And at the 6-minute mark, we'll have the mandatory water break. Saints trail at 28-24. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this. Second and 14 for the Saints. Two receivers right, 1 left. Hardy back to throw. Looking for Williams down the left side. And Williams can't come up with it. Williams had a chance down at the 30. Couldn't come up with it. It'll be third down and 14 for the Saints. Third and 14. Saints go 2 receivers left, 1 right. Hardy will roll to his left. Throws across the middle. Caesar goes up and can't come up with it off his fingertips, and that'll bring up fourth down. Fourth and 14, and Ayub is on to punt. Number 6, Marcus Mott, back to receive for the Broncos. A low kick, it's returnable. Good block by the Broncos. And Mott gets up past the 30 to about the 34-yard line. And Coach Next looking for the block in the back. So 5:27 to go in the third quarter. And the Broncos will have it first and 10 from their own 34-yard line. First and 10 Broncos, man in motion. And Perkle will enter the neutral zone. It'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Saints. First and 5. Around the right side, plenty of room. Across the 50, across the 40, down inside the 40-yard line is number 2, Jonah Baker for the Broncos. Broncos have it 1st and 10 deep in Saints territory. So 1st and 10 from the 39 of the Saints. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Jackson will give to the running back. He's got room on the right side. And he'll be knocked out of bounds at the Saints 25. That'll be enough for the first down after the 14-yard pickup. So 1st and 10, Broncos from the 25. 5:03 to go in the third. They'll pitch it to the motion man underneath, looking for room. He'll be stacked up after a gain of 5. Forward progress, they'll give him to the 23, so it'll be 2nd and 3. Three wide receivers right, 2nd and 3 for the Broncos. Jackson will keep it himself. He's got room. He's inside the 10. He'll cut it to the outside and touchdown Broncos. As Dustin Jackson takes it himself over the middle to the right side for the touchdown. And it's 34-24 Broncos. Extra point coming up. So Jackson on for the extra point for the Broncos. It's up and it's good. 4:12 to go in the third quarter, and the Broncos take a 35-24 lead. .412 to go in the third quarter. Broncos lead at 35-24 and set to kick off. Here's the kick, and it'll go into the end zone for the touchback. Saints will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. First and 10 from the 20. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Man in motion. They'll give it to, fake it to Goodwin. Hardy tries to keep it, and he's knocked down in the backfield. Loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 15. Hardy to throw. Now he has to scramble out to his right. He'll tuck it and run it, and he'll step out of bounds near the original line of scrimmage. They're going to say he stepped out of the bounds after a gain of about 2. So 3rd and 12 from the 18. Third and 12, 3 wide receivers right. And Hardy will flip it out to Goodwin. Goodwin makes the catch. He's hit immediately. Flag in the backfield. Looks like we might get a roughing the passer call. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Broncos. That'll be 15 yards, and the Saints will get a first down. So 1st and 10 for the Saints from the 30. 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Clock running. 3 men in the backfield for the Saints. First time we've seen this formation. One on either side of Hardy. And Hardy will give it to Goodwin. Goodwin's hit and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Second and 9, 2 wide outs to either side of the formation. Quick pass, and he's got Caesar. Caesar's hit and can't hold on to it. They'll call it incomplete. Caesar hit hard as he comes across the middle, right as the ball got to him, and the ball falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9. Third and 9 for the Saints. Ball on the 31-yard line. 2:11 to go in the third quarter. Saints trail at 35-24. 2 wide receivers left, 2 wide receivers right. Goodwin in the backfield with Hardy. And they'll go deep, and he got a man. If he can get there, Caesar just overthrew him. And it'll be 4th and 9. Hardy had Caesar open and just out of his reach. And that'll bring up 4th down, and on comes the punting unit for the Saints. So here's Ayub to punt. High spiraling punt. Pushes Jackson back to his 20. Looking for room. He gets up to about the 23, and he'll be brought down. by Matt Houston and Seth Bouillon. So the Broncos will have it 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line with 1:52 to go in the third quarter. First and 10 Broncos from the 23. Jackson keeps it to his left. He'll be hit there as he crosses the 25. By Matt Houston. Pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Broncos. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left for the Saints. They throw it out in the hitch. The ball's loose, and Houston picks it up. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Saints. That was a lateral. The ball was live. Matt Houston picked it up and ran it in for the touchdown for the Saints. So 3 turnovers for the Broncos, and the Saints capitalize once again. Adam Ayub will be on for the extra point. Okay, so here's Ayub for the extra point. It's up, and it's good. So it's 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Saints cut the lead to 35-31. $1:15 to go in the third quarter. Saints cut the lead to 35-31 on the Matt Houston scoop and score. Maybe ruled as an interception as the ball popped up in the air. Here's Adam Ayub to kick it off. And it's an onside kick, and it never went more than 10 yards. Goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line of the Saints, and that's where the Broncos will get it. Had it gone 10, Saints had it covered. It would have been their ball. But the ball rolled out 1 yard short, and the Broncos will have it in good field position. So the Broncos will take over 1st and 10 from the Saints 49 after the onside kick went out of bounds. They'll hand off to the first back looking for room, and he'll be close to first down yardage. He'll be just a bit short. Let's call it 2 yards short. It'll be 2nd down and 2. 2nd and 2 for the Broncos at the Saints 41. Back to throw is Jackson. Throws it over the top, and he's going to overthrow his receiver. It'll be 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 2 for the Broncos. 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson hands it off to the first back. He's got room. He breaks a tackle inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Broncos. Broncos go straight up the middle on the short yardage, break it loose, and they score on the 35-yard touchdown run. 41-31 Broncos with 22 seconds to go in the third. Extra point coming up. Jackson on for the extra point for the Broncos. And the kick is wide left, no good. So with 22 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Broncos lead it 41-31. Jackson set to kick for the Broncos, and he'll kick it into the end zone for the touchback. Saints will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Saints trail it 41-31 to the Sam Houston Broncos. Hardy in the shotgun, receivers left and right. Hardy will look to throw. Throws across the middle. Jaden Johnson off his hands, can't come up with it. It's 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 now. Second and 10. Williams and Caesar go one way. He'll look to throw again. Pump fake. Got a man across the middle. Makes a catch at midfield. And that's number 20, Michael Laverne. A gain of 30. Make it 32. Saints will have it 1st and 10 into Bronco territory. Hardy goes pump fake. Throws it down the middle, and Laverne gets behind his man, makes the catch. 32 yards and a first down. Clock running under 5 to go. That'll do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, your score, Sam Houston 41, St. Louis 31. First and 10 Saints from the Broncos 48 as we start the fourth quarter. Saints have 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Hardy gives to Goodwin. He's hitting the backfield, bounces off, still trying to go somewhere. He'll be knocked back. And they'll give him forward progress to the 50. That'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Somebody just got blown back on that one for that guy to be in the backfield that quick. They move the ball back to about the 49. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Saints. 3 receivers left, 1 right. And Hardy will look to his left. Got a man. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Jackson across the midfield to the 40. And he'll be cut down at about the 38-yard line. Intended for Connor Williams. And Dustin Jackson stepped in front of it, was able to intercept it, and return it into Saints territory down to the 38-yard line, where the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 Broncos. Dustin Jackson at quarterback. Man in motion. They'll give it to the running back. He'll get hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for a couple. And it'll be 2nd and 8. Second and 8 for the Broncos. Jackson will flip it out to the left side. And is that a live ball? They'll say it was incomplete. It was not a lateral. Pass incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Third and 8 for the Broncos. Saints show blitz and back off as the Broncos will change the play. Back to throw is Jackson. Screen underneath, got room over the 30, 25, and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. That'll be 1st down Broncos, just outside the red zone. First and 10 Broncos from the 21. Handoff up the middle, inside the 20 down to the 15, and we're going to get a late flag. Let's see what the signal is. Holding Broncos.
I thought they had this.
So the ball spotted back at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 17 for the Broncos. Broncos with some late substitutions. Jackson, he'll be sacked in the backfield, back at the 35-yard line by number 10, Gabe Meyer for the Saints. Jackson tried to play action and roll to his left, and Meyer was there to pull him down. So the ball all the way back to the 35. Broncos need the 11 for a first down. Second and long. And Jackson will look to throw. Here comes the rush. Jackson's going to keep it to the left side. He's going to get past the line of scrimmage. Good stiff arm inside the 20. He'll step out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. That'll bring up about a third and about 8 for the Broncos. Ball will be spotted at the 18. .8:37 to go in the game. Broncos lead it by 10, 41-31. And a timeout will be called by Sam Houston. 8:37 to go in the fourth. Broncos lead it 41-31. Third and 8 for the Broncos. Jackson with a quick pass. Got his man. Charlie wraps him up at the 15. They'll mark him forward progress to about the 13. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Broncos. Let's see if they're going to go for it here, or if they're going to attempt the field goal. Broncos will go for it on 4th and 2 from the 13-yard line. They'll hand it off to the first man through. He's going to have plenty of room, and he's going to go into the end zone untouched. Number 20, Tevion LeBlanc, goes in untouched for the touchdown with 7:48 to go. And it's 47-31 Broncos. So Jackson on for the extra point. And it's good. 7:48 to go in the game. And the Broncos extend the lead to 48-31 over the Saints. Broncos set to kick off. And Jackson boots it into the end zone for the touchback. Saints will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 7:48 to go in the game, trailing 48-31. So 1st and 10 Saints. Laverne and Williams to the left. Caesar and Johnson to the right. Saints do a little trick play as Caesar takes the handoff. He'll end up losing a yard or two on the play. Has nothing doing. The Broncos stayed home, didn't fall for the reverse. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Saints go no huddle. 2 wideouts to either side. Hardy back to throw, and there was motion on the line. That'll back the Saints up 5 more. So false start on the Saints. It'll be 2nd and 17. Hardy back to throw. Throws it deep down the right side, and the receiver Williams had run a stop route. Hardy threw the go route. It'll be 3rd and 17. Third and 17 for the Saints. Hardy, straight drop, and now he'll run it. He's got room up the middle. And he'll get back to the 20, the original line of scrimmage, and just passed it to the 22, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that'll bring on the punting unit for the Saints. 6:40 to go, clock running here in the game. Saints trail at 48-31. Snap to Ayub. He gets the punt off. Mott calls for the fair catch at the 43-yard line and makes it. So Broncos will take over 1st and 10 from the Saints from their own 43-yard line with 6:01 to go in the game. Stoppage in play at 6:01 will be the mandatory water break here in the fourth quarter. Saints trail at 48-31 with 6:01 to go in the game. First and 10 Broncos from the 44. And handoff straight ahead. And they'll gain about 7 on the play. New quarterback for the Broncos is Kyle Bartley. And I believe that handoff was to number 13, Casey Letke. So 2nd and make it 2 for the Broncos. They'll hand off straight ahead once again to Letke, and he'll have the first down out over the 45, down to about the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10 Broncos from the Saints 42. Fumble, and quarterback was able to pick it up. He gets away from Perkle, but is brought down by Gabe Meyer. A loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Broncos. Bartley couldn't handle the snap, picked it up, tried to run it, and was brought down for a loss of 3. Second and 13. Bartley takes the snap, hands off straight ahead. Plenty of running room out over the 30, 20, 10, and touchdown Broncos. That delayed handoff up the middle has haunted the Saints all night, and once again the Broncos score on it. And it's 54-31 with 4:18 to go in the game. Jackson on to attempt the extra point for the Broncos. There's the snap and the kick. And it's good. 4:18 to go in the game. Broncos extend the lead to 55-31. Jackson will kick it off for the Broncos. This one will come down and be returnable. Connor Williams will step up and take it at the 7. Out across the 20 looking for room, and he'll go down at about the 23-yard line. Well, the Saints will have it. 1st and 10. 4:12 to go. Saints trail 55-31.
Now run the ball.
Williams and Gaskin go to the left. Johnston out wide right. Hardy will give it to Goodwin up the middle. Goodwin fights for some yardage out across the 25. He'll pick up about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Saints. Clock running at 4 minutes to go in the game. Second and 5. He'll look to throw. He's got Gaskin. Gaskin makes the catch at the 40, across the 50, across the 45 into Broncos territory, and he's down at about the 43-yard line. Hardy pump faked. Hit Gaskin across the middle. Gaskin brings it across midfield to about the 43. 1st and 10 Saints. Laverne comes in to replace Gaskin, goes in motion. He'll give it to Goodwin. Goodwin looking for room. Bulls forward, still on his feet. Was hit at the line, pushed forward for about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 38-yard line. And stop and play, as we'll have had a Saint down. He got back on his feet. Referee stopped the clock for the injury. That was the tight end Cole Ferris. He jogs off under his own power. 2nd and 5 for the Saints from the 38-yard line. Clock at 2:50 and running to go in the game. Hand off to Goodwin, looking for room on the outside, gets over the 40, down close to the 35-yard line. And a late flag comes in. Personal foul, face mask against the Broncos. That'll give the Saints 1st down deep in Bronco territory. So 1st and 10, the ball will be marked at the 21-yard line. 2:30 clock running. Caesar back in the game, split out wide to the right with Johnston, Laverne, and Williams to the left. Caesar comes in motion. They'll pitch it to him, looking for room to get to the outside, and he does at the 20-15-10, and he'll step out of bounds near the 5-yard line. They'll mark him all the way down to the 2, a generous spot by the referee. And Saints will have it 1st and goal from the 2. 2:05 to go in the game.
Just pitch it to Goodwin. Let him run.
3 receivers right, 1 left for the Saints. 1st and goal from the 2. Hardy looking to throw. Throws it. It's tipped and falls harmlessly in the end zone. It'll be second down and goal from the 2. 1:41 to go in the half. Second and goal from the 2. 3 receivers right, 1 left. And there'll be a flag as the Broncos have jumped off sides. That'll move it half the distance to the goal. It'll be second and goal from the 1. Second down and goal from the 1. Man in motion. They'll give it to Goodwin. Goodwin will bring it into the end zone for the touchdown. Saints score with 1:37 to go in the game. Jaleel Goodwin on the carry. And Adam Ayub will come on for the extra point. Here's the snap and the hold. The kick is up, and it's good. 1:37 to go in the game. And the Saints score to make it Broncos 55 and the Saints 38. .137 to go in the game. Saints trail at 55-37. Ayub set to kick off, and he'll boot it into the end zone for the touchbacks. The Broncos were all up at the line of scrimmage expecting the onside kick. Ayub boots it into the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from their own 20 with 1:37 to go in the game. Handoff up the middle, gains about 2, maybe 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock at 1:20 continues to run. Broncos taking their time. We'll let the clock run down. We're just over a minute to go in the game. Play clock down to 6. 2nd and 7. Handoff up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Will Gage on the tackle. Game clock down to 30 seconds. Play clock hasn't started yet. under 25. They'll start the play clock now. And the Broncos will watch the clock run out, and that'll do it for your ball game. Saints lose their opener to Sam Houston. Saints put up 37 points, but fall to the Broncos 55-37. Next game will be next Friday from Cougar Stadium in Lake Charles. And speaking with Steve here, we think it's Catholic of New Iberia. But it will be a home game next week. So your final from Matt Walker Stadium in Sulphur, Sam Houston 55 and St. Louis 37. We'll see you next week. You've been watching St. Louis Catholic High School football on SWLAsports.net.